Blue Valley Songbird was released in 1999. This is directed by Richard A. Colla, written by Ken Carter and Annette Haywood-Carter, and we have a cast including Dolly Parton, John Terry, Billy Dean, Beth Grant, and various others. It sounded really interesting. I found it to be really boring though. There were some okay moments, and it's fine as a one-time watch, and I will expand on why I believe this is the case. But I honestly expected more, and maybe that's just because it stars Dolly Parton, and I thought it would be much stronger. But then after watching it, I realised it has only 6 out of 10 on IMDb, which is, it's fine, it's a respectable enough rating, but it's not the strongest rating. Granted, it's only across 385 reviews and ratings, so not the largest pool of opinions, but I didn't find this to be very good, and it seems like for the most part, it's received as being an average film in general. It's about a character called Leanna. She's a musician and she's having problems with her controlling boyfriend slash manager, and also has to deal with other personal problems while working on her music career. Obviously there are a lot of problems in her life. There's a lot going on. It sounded really miserable when I read the brief description going into it. I wanted to watch it for Dolly Parton, but it did sound really miserable. It's not as miserable as I expected, but it is very boring. It addresses some important topics, such as her relationships with the aforementioned, but it doesn't do it in a way that's very engaging. So you can have the most significant topic ever, but if it's not engaging and the viewer isn't fully paying attention, or they're not fully in tune with what's being delivered, it's kind of a bit pointless, because if people aren't paying attention because it's not engaging, the messages are going to be lost. So it has that going for it, but at the same time, it wasn't delivered very well, or the messages weren't delivered very well. Leanna is quite a likeable character, but not enough to make the film interesting, not enough to save an otherwise really boring, somewhat miserable story. There are a couple of moderately interesting scenes here and there, but again, they're in between so much dullness that I wasn't feeling very enthusiastic about those slightly more interesting scenes. On the plus side, the characters are well written, they're believable, the performances are good, and we have some good music, which is certainly what I expected. Visually, it's not that good to look at. It's quite dimly lit throughout. It's not very visually engaging. Given the narrative, I wasn't expecting it to be bright and bold and colourful, but certainly I expected it to at least be somewhat appealing to look at, and it just isn't. It's not very engaging at all. So the narrative, while addressing some important topics, is very bland, not engaging. Visually, it's not that good to look at. The characters are fine, but not enough to save the film. The music is good, the performances are good, the characters are well written enough. So I'd say at best it is an average film, and I guess I kind of agree with that 6 out of 10. It's not terrible, it's not the worst, but I certainly wouldn't say it's a good film either. I only recommend it if you're a fan of Dolly Parton, if you want to watch her in this, but if you're just looking for an enjoyable story and a decent film experience, then Blue Valley Songbird probably isn't going to be the best choice.